Hey everyone, it's Darren from Curveballs and Med School, and I'm gonna be doing this next to the spotlight. I'm here with my friend Jessica. Jessica's a really cool story, and I'm really excited to share it, which is why I'm doing a video instead of a written blog. Some quick facts about Jessica. She's the first in her family to graduate from high school. Pretty dope. First in her family to graduate from college, and she's now a med student here at Ohio State. So she's really inspiring.
Thank you.
I'm actually I know when she first told me her story, I was like, what? I have to get this on my blog right now.
Thanks.
All right, so we're gonna get right into the interview. So we'll just get started. So first question, what led you to pursue medicine?
I think the first time it clicked for me was when I was in high school. I was a senior and I was taking human anatomy and physiology, and my teacher used to be a former OBGYN. So I was playing tennis during this time, and I wasn't really studying. I wasn't really a good student. I just show up to class, and hopefully I did well on the test.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the majority of my high school career. And then I found it very challenging. I was taking the first test I got a C, and I was like, oh man, I've never gotten a C before, what's going on? And then as I started to study and ask my teacher more questions, I realized that I was enjoying the challenge, that I was enjoying physiology, and being able to hear about stories about the patients and how he helped them and he saved lives. And I'm just like, this is perfect because I can help out, my community, but I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the challenge. And then that class helped me become a better student. It was the first time that I actually started to study in high school as a senior. And so then I decided I'm going to go to college and I'm going to be pre-med.
Okay, awesome. So you decided when you were in high school?
Yeah.
That's
Senior
pretty
year.
cool. Oh wow, that's pretty That's really cool. Okay. And so you mentioned part of it was you mentioned the class, but then also I think part of it was also having that teacher who was kind of sparked that interest for you.
Yeah, he definitely, the stories he had really made the class feel more important to me because I'm like, wow, he used all this knowledge to help that patient, to help those families. And then I realized that I could do that as well. And I talked to him about it, and he's like, yeah, I mean, why can't you be a doctor? There's no reason why you can't.
That's awesome.
And so then he really encouraged me, and he made me realize that I could do what he was doing.
That's great. So from high school, you went to college. What was your major in college?
I was a biology pre-med major, and then I minored in Spanish and chemistry.
Okay. And did you come in already knowing you wanted to be a biology major, or?
Yeah. I realized that I wanted to be biology right after senior year, biology major, and then my sophomore year, I took organic chemistry, and then maybe I should do biochem major, but I decided not to. So.
Okay. So you went biology. Okay. Yeah. So navigating from high school to college, and I know you do talk a little bit about this in your YouTube channel, but how did you decide that you wanted to do bio? I know you said you just chose it, you liked it, but even being the first to graduate from high school, can you talk me through that process?
I guess I felt like I really wanted to do something really big, to be a role model for not just my family but people in my community. And so I just thought that not just going to college but being able to pursue a career where I would have to go to medical school would be a much more a bigger challenge. And I enjoy challenges, so why not do this? Why not pursue this really difficult career?
Okay, cool. Did you ever consider giving up at some point while you were in college? Being pre-med, I mean.
Not really. Not while I was in college. I knew that organic chemistry was going to be a difficult class, and a lot of students had told me that was the breaking point. We either make it a pre-med or not after organic chemistry. But I went in there with a positive mentality, I'm going to do well in OChem, and I ended up doing really well, and I tutored for 2 years.
Oh, nice.
But I think that when I decided that maybe I shouldn't do pre-med was after I graduated, when I didn't get into medical school, and I took the MCAT, and then I was like, wow, I didn't do well at all the first time, and I'm like, maybe I should not push myself so hard. Maybe I should be in nursing or a physician assistant or something that didn't require as of intense course load, and the career was not as long.
Okay. So one of your obstacles was you applied once before? Okay. And then you took the MCAT. How many times did you take the MCAT?
Too many times.
Okay, I know all about that struggle. This MCAT.
Yeah.
This MCAT. Okay, yeah, the MCAT is a common common struggle for a lot of people, a lot of pre-meds. I just know too many people, myself included. But I mean, I think for me, what I found that is that you can beat it.
Yeah, no, definitely that was like the break point for me. And even my parents were like worried about me. They're like, "You keep taking this test and you're not doing better. Like maybe you should have never been pre-med." And I'm like, "No, this is what I want to do. If it means taking the MCAT again and again, then I will do it. Until I get that score, because that was literally the only thing keeping me from medical school.
Yeah.
I had the grades, I had the experiences, but it was the MCAT.
Yes, MCAT.
Yeah. And I felt like I didn't have the resources to do well. I couldn't afford a $3,000 Kaplan course, so I was just doing what I could. And then the time I finally was able to do way better, like my score went up like 50 percentile, like
awesome.
about 8 or 9 points. Yeah. And it was because I did a free Kaplan course. So those free Kaplan courses exist.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Was it like how did you end up like finding the free Kaplan course?
I had a friend who did the program in Miami, and he told me about it, and I applied. And then so I went down to Miami and studied for the MCAT for 2 months, and it was just great learning experience. I had the resources I needed. I had mentors there. I had people who were encouraging me, like, Jessica, you can be a doctor.
That's awesome.
And I was shadowing doctors, and then it clicked. I can do this. There's nothing that they have that I don't. So it made me get my courage back, and it like strengthened me. And I was like, I'm gonna do on the MCAT, and I finally did it.
That's awesome. Hopefully, we can like put the link at the bottom of this video for that program.
Yes, definitely apply to this program. There's so many programs out there to help us. So.
Because I also found that, like, because I took MCAT multiple times too, and then when I did this OSU MedPath program, and we had the whole Princeton review structured MCAT prep course, I did way better. Yeah. So I mean, it does make a difference, for sure. All right. So how was your medical school application process? I know you talked about applying the first time, and then you applied a second time, I assume. How did it go?
So the first time I applied, I didn't have somebody telling me like what I needed, and like, for example, like a committee letter from my school. I just got recommendation letters from different professors. So I didn't have a lot of guidance. I was doing it all on my own, and it was stressful. Like even just writing my personal statement, there was so much I wanted to say, but you have to only say, you only have so many, so much time to be able to say all of that. And so it was a hard process for me, even like how much it costs. It's expensive, and nobody in my family knew how to help me. So I was trying to do what I could to ask my friends, but I also didn't want to burden them with all my questions. So the first time was definitely difficult for me, and I actually only got one interview, and then I got rejected. So that was difficult, because I'm like, come on, my interview went well, and that hurt so bad. Another moment where I started to doubt myself and my ability to become a doctor. But then I applied again, and this time it was so much easier. I knew what to do. I was able to turn everything in early and on time, and get a committee letter, and everything was just so much smoother. And I added more meat to my application. And so, it was definitely so much easier when you reapply. Not that you want to reapply, but if it happens, and it's okay if it does, just apply again. It'll be easier.
Yeah, that's good. And I know you also took, like, how many, 2 years?
Yeah.
Gap? What did you do during that time between college and now?
So the first time I applied to medical school, I got rejected everywhere, and Indiana University invited me to a master's in medical science program. And I was like, okay, this, I can continue school and make me more competitive. So I ended up I got into the program, and they start off with an MCAT program, but it was medical students teaching us. So it wasn't like Kaplan or Princeton, and my score only went up 2 points, and then I was like, I'm not going to get in. Nobody's going to take me with this MCAT score. Like, it's horrible. So I ended up withdrawing from the program, which was very, very difficult, because I've never been, I'm not used to quitting anything, but I knew in my heart I wasn't supposed to be there. Like, I went there for a reason, and that was to meet my friend who told me about Miami MCAT program, and meet all those wonderful friends and form these relationships. But my time there was over. I was like, I have to go and focus on the MCAT, because no one's going to take me with this MCAT score. And so then I went back home. I hired a private tutor for the MCAT, and I was working as a patient transporter and a dental assistant. So I stayed in the medical field, get more experience, and then I also worked as a patient advocate and a babysitter.
Oh, so you were very busy doing that. I mean, typically they say, you want to be doing something like, in the health field, doing your gap year. You don't just want to, like, do just nothing. You want to keep busy doing that gap year. So that's great. So what are you most excited about, starting med school? Like, we literally have, like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. Can't wait. I guess I'm most excited about being where I wanted to be the last 6 years. Like I always had this like dream, you know, and I want to be a doctor, you know. And when I get that white coat, I'm gonna be like, wow, like I'm actually gonna be a doctor, you know, in a couple years. Like
really cool.
I'm excited to share this experience with my classmates and to be able to see patients and be more hands-on instead of just like reading books and
Is there anything that you're kind of concerned about or worried about?
I guess I'm worried about just the workload and trying not to stress out too much.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing for me. It's like,
balancing life.
yeah, definitely. Because everyone keeps saying like, you know, med school is doable. It's just like the volume and then like, you know, but I'm sure we'll get through it. Okay, so you have a YouTube channel. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Why you created it, and you know who you're targeting?
Yeah, so my YouTube channel is called Inspire Hope, and it's basically been started because I realized that growing up I didn't have a mentor. I didn't really have live in a community where like people like me went on to college. It was more like, you know, I want to pay bills. I want to be able to live on a day-to-day basis, you know, to be able to take care of each other. And so I wish I would have had a mentor. I wish I would have had someone who said, you know, you can go to college. You can become a doctor. You can become a nurse. Whatever you want to become, you can do it. You know?
That's so important.
And even my teachers, I mean, I had one good counselor and a couple teachers here and there, but none of them, I don't think that they assumed I was going to go to college. I'm not really sure like what was going on, but I didn't really have people encouraging me to go to college. And so I want to be that person who inspires others to go to college, or if they didn't do well in the MCAT, inspire them to take it again, and it's okay. I did it. You can do it. I really want to target high school students too, to tell them like, hey, you can go to go to college. Maybe you could take some time off if you want, but it's hard to get back into college. So I guess I really just want to inspire students and be that mentor that perhaps they don't have in their family right now because of their circumstances.
That's awesome. That's, I guess, your name for the YouTube channel is like appropriate. Inspire Hope.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so one last question. Do you have any advice for students considering a career in medicine, you know, who, or maybe even just like people who are, you know, Mexican American like you, who may not have someone who's gone to college before or graduated high school? What advice do you have for them?
So my advice for you is that if you have it in your heart and you're passionate about becoming a physician or anything in the medical field, there's going to be times where you will doubt yourself. You know, that's just, it's a hard career, you know. And my best advice would be to just believe in yourself, have confidence, don't be afraid to ask questions and to ask for help, and to not doubt yourself, to remember that, you know, if you are where you're supposed to be, and I don't think God would, you know, give you things that you couldn't handle. So believe in yourself, don't give up. You want to be, you know, a future physician or nurse or whatever it may be who doesn't give up on their patients. So, you know, perseverance is important. And even if it means taking the MCAT multiple times, schools want to see that you're not going to give up on your career or on your patients. So go out there and inspire hope and believe in yourself.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Jessica. And I'm going to put Jessica's YouTube page in the below and my blog below so you can check them out, as well as the Miami program.
Yes,
which is really awesome. So check it all out, and thanks for watching.
Good luck, guys.
Bye.